You belong on every ground your feet grace, so don't ever feel out of place. Take up space and belong. This earth is your birthplace. Hey y'all. In this video, I'm going to do 5 anime boys I date. And these are anime boys across all genres of anime and not just romance. So I finally can talk about some grown-ups, the ones that I actually do like. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it because I don't want to make these videos long. I'm gonna go. Number one is Zoro from One Piece. Now, aside from the character design, Zoro, the green hair to the outfit to the personality, the laid back, like chill, like personality. Plus, he's really like he got a good head on his shoulder. At first, when you're introduced to Zoro, he just seems like um this angry pirate hunter that hate pirates, and he hunting down pirates or whatever so he can get the bounty for him or whatever. So you introduced to him and he comes off like he's just like angry or detached from the world and stuff like that. But when you get to know him through him and Luffy's relationship, their friendship, you see how much of an asset he is to Luffy. You see how essential he is to Luffy's growth as a person, as a pirate captain. You see his value. Like, you see that he's valuable. Not only is he a fighter, and not only will, he stand 10 toes down with his captain, his best friend, but he helps him make good decisions. And he, like, whenever Luffy has to make a tough decision, he doesn't like allow him to skate around it. He tell him, nah, you gotta stand on business. You want to be the captain? This is what captains are supposed to do. Now you need to do that. And even though he's not the leader, he is the leader at the same time. Like, even though he's not the leader, he still has the leadership capabilities. He's still smart and wise, and he has the common sense to see things for what they are and not for what he wants them to be or whatever. And that's why I would date him, because I just kind of feel like, he got everything. He got the leadership. He makes good decisions. He's cute. He's attractive or whatever. I'm not really attracted to anime characters on that level, but he's attractive or whatever. Um Yeah, he just seems like a dope guy. Like, he laid back. Like, he will let you be, but at the same time, when he see you stepping outside yourself, he gonna check it and be like, look, you need to get it together because this is not you. This is not the person that I would date. And, like, I just like people like that. The second person is Kakashi from Naruto. Now, Kakashi and Zoro, and when I really look at my list, a lot of these people are pretty much the same. Kakashi and Zoro are pretty similar to me. Like, they both have that leadership capability. They also both really smart. But I like the way that Kakashi is with Team 7, with how he is with Naruto them, how he tries to teach them things, and like he really even though Jiraiya gets a lot of credit for how Naruto turned out, Kakashi also deserves some credit as well, because he was with Naruto when Naruto was at that stage when he was like out of hand and stuff. And Kakashi was young himself. He didn't really want the responsibility that he ended up with, but he ends up being a good sensei. They end up loving him and respecting him. And I like him because the kid, he just seemed like one of those people that don't try to be good with kids, but they end up being good with kids anyway. But just seemed like a dope uh person. Like, We never see him in a relationship. We never see him dating anybody. That's for some reason also attractive to me. People that don't really like men that don't really be crazy about, chasing behind every woman they see like that. Like I like men like that. The laid back type, women just flock to them because they see that they are good people. You could just look at them and tell. They can tell by their energy, whatever. But you never see him really pursuing anybody. Like he just, he responsible. He like live up to his responsibilities. Um, watches out for the village, watches out for the kids, watches out for his comrades and his colleagues or whatever. Like he just responsible, and that sounds crazy. He's responsible, he's compassionate, he's smart, he's a great teacher, he's also a good leader, and he's just so raw and authentic, and he just be keeping it real, and that's what I really like about him. Number three, this is my best boy across the board, but Bond from Seven Deadly Sins. I feel like Bond doesn't really get a lot of the credit that he deserves, and I also see a lot of people saying that Bond wasn't a good friend because he betrays Meliodas. So y'all are the type of people who expect their friends to only live their life for them, but you don't expect your friends to live their own lives. Meliodas never tripped about what Bond was doing because Meliodas knew that he was still a good friend. Bond never betrayed Meliodas. Bond put himself first, and we all knew that he was never going to turn on Meliodas. Like he was gonna find another way. But the fact that went he pretty much did the same thing Meliodas did, because Meliodas was doing it for Elizabeth, and he started like, trying to get Elaine back. Like that was somebody he fell in love with. He wanted her back. He did what he had to do to get her back, but even through all of that, he still was a good friend. And that's one of the things that I really like about him, that he's a good friend. I feel like he's misunderstood um by Seven Deadly Sins fans and stuff like that. But I really like him. I think he's a dope person. Like I said, good friend. He's capable of also being a leader. The fact that he wasn't afraid to live for himself and not just blindly follow this person, even though him and Meliodas is best friends. He wasn't blindly following him, but he was doing his own thing. He was living his own life as well, going on his own to figure things out as well. And because of that, he was an asset to Meliodas. Meliodas didn't have to babysit him. They didn't need to be together 24/7 to be on one accord, but they were on one accord. Like, and also, let's not forget how strong he was too. The fact that he could handle Meliodas through all of the stages. Like no matter what stage Meliodas was in, he could handle him. And I really like that. I feel like all of the Seven Deadly Sins could kind of handle Meliodas at every stage, but Bond definitely did. But I feel like he's so underrated, and he also is so misunderstood. But I would date him because he just seems like a good guy. You see what he's willing to do for love. Um, he is very confident in himself. He carries himself like he can't be touched. Like he that nigga. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's one of my, like I said, that's my best boy, my best boy. Number four is Jalal from Fairy Tale. Now, Jalal started off as a villain, okay? He was like 6 different people on Fairy Tale, and he was so good at being these different people that I literally had a back and forth with my brother about the fact that Jalal and Mystigan was the same person, and he was like, no they wasn't. Jalal and Mystigan wasn't the same person. Them 2 different people. He just looked like Jalal. And I'm like, bro, go back and look at that anime. They were the same person. He was literally pretending to be 4 or 5 different people. he has so many different lifestyles, and he was such a different person in each of them. But the Jalal I like is the one that went on a mission to right his wrongs. When he realized that he was falsely led to do a lot of things and hurt a lot of people that he should have been protecting, he went and right his wrongs. That takes a big person to do that. And I feel like I would want to date somebody who, if they made a mistake, they had no issues admitting their wrongs and then righting their wrongs, not being afraid to do that, because it's a lot of people who won't even admit that they're wrong when they know that they be dead wrong. Like, so somebody who got some qualities like that is important to me, and somebody that I would date. And that's why I would date him, because he wasn't perfect. He didn't start off as a good guy. He didn't start off as a perfect person, but he became better. He went back and right all of the wrongs that he committed. And that took a lot of heart. That took humility. That took responsibility. That took compassion. That took, he had to be able to take accountability, and he took the initiative to do that. Nobody forced him to do it. He did it on his own, and that is more commendable. The last person on my list is Yami from Black Clover. Again, Yami is not the typical anime guy or whatever. He drinks or whatever. Most of the time he's either drinking on the toilet or standing over Ashta telling him to push past his limits. You feel me? But I feel like Yami is he's a great leader. He's a great teacher. He's also good with kids. That's important to me. He's also good with kids, even though he's unorthodox and he isn't the same type of leader and teacher that most of the what are they called? Wizards are. Wizard Knights, is it? Wizard Holy? No. He's unorthodox compared to the other wizards, the other leaders, the other teachers, whatever. But I like him because he's so laid back. He has a sense of humor, like he's funny. He also is very motivating and encouraging to his his guild or whatever. Like, and that's important. Somebody that my love language is words of affirmation. I believe that my love language is love. It don't matter in what capacity. Yeah, I think all of those are my love language. Like, they're all everybody's love language, but y'all know what I mean. I feel like equally. I need all of those things equally. I don't really, no, never mind, I'm not about to say that. But I just feel like he's very encouraging. So I can see him encouraging me through hard situations, like maybe if I'm sick or something like that, him encouraging me to keep going even despite those things. So somebody like that is important. Somebody with qualities like that is important to me, and that's why I would choose him. But those are the 5 that I'm going to do. I may do a part 2 to this or whatever, because it's so many people. I ain't gonna say so many. I don't really like a whole lot of people, a whole lot of anime characters. I'm not gonna lie. So I ain't gonna say it's so many, but it's a few more that I can do. But let me know if y'all want to see a part 2. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this list. Also, who are 5 anime boys or girls that you would date? Let's talk about it in the comment section. But thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Before you go, check out my website at srgraham.org and subscribe to my mailing list to get exclusive updates on works in progress, other news, and blog posts. Thank you.